Hello everyone, Andrew here with a new YouTube video. In this one I'm gonna do a quick breakdown of a trade that I took on EURUSD. This was actually a scalp trade, so I closed it at 10 pips, but I took it while recording my MetaTrader 5 just to show you guys how a live executed trade looks like and how you can make basically profits from the market. I made a total of $1,000 in 10 minutes. So that's pretty good. No other job can give you this freedom to make $1,000 in 10 minutes of work. So I think I still find that pretty amazing. The reason I closed it early and it was just a scalp was because I had to cut the recording to actually watch the charts and do an outlook for my mentorship. And I was already having a buy position on EURUSD from this low right here. Had it on my bigger accounts and I was just swinging that. So there was no reason to enter additional risk. And on that account I only scalp trade, so I have multiple funded accounts. Most of them are on my Forex fund, so this was one of my funded accounts that I just scalp on. So I take quick trades, just test things out. I have one account for swing trading, one account for intraday trading, and one for scalp trading. So I just take quick trades in and out and see which one is more profitable at the end of each month. That just helps me keep track of it. And then I'm also gonna do a breakdown of GBP USD, a trade that I actually sent as a trade idea on my new Telegram channel, but I'm gonna show you guys later in the video. So let's start off by going on EURUSD daily time frame. You can see how it's pushing right now, so that's pretty good. But let's look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour, the base idea for this trade was that 4 hour made a change of character right here, took the low and then took the high, and this 4 hour candle was going down at the time I took that trade, so it was forming down and had a big chance to close above that structure. So that was my basic idea. 1 hour did close kind of bad, but if we go down on the 50-minute, we're gonna see why it closed like that. So we had this Asia low right here, this Asia range that, as you know, if you watch my videos, Asia low and high are usually going to be taken out during a day, because, or if they're not taken out during that day, they're probably going to be taken out sometime in the future. So we had a big push in London Open, so I missed that. But then of course New Year session is way better, so I was waiting for New Year session and I was kind of waiting to see if that low can get taken. And if we go forward a bit on the 50-minute, you can see how price came really aggressive on the 50-minute and then closed like this. So that's a big confirmation that price wants to go. It just took liquidity. However, you can see that it didn't take Asia low, instead it created more liquidity as well lows. Now I was still waiting, and additional to that, this was 30 minutes before New York Open, 1 hour and 30 minutes before true New York Open, so I was still waiting. I didn't really have confidence in this trade yet. So if we go down the 1 minute, you can see how we had a big reaction, like a change of character right here. So that could be a smart money trap also. So I was still waiting patiently to see if price come back down. So let's go forward. You can see price came here again. Probably there has been a lot of smart money traders taking buys here, covering that low because it came extreme, how they want to call it. So let's go forward a bit, and you can see what happened here. Actually this 1 minute came really aggressive and took out the low, and it also took out Asia low. So that for me was a big confirmation, especially since it closed like this. So it had no top wick, came down really aggressive, it took that low, it took liquidity, and then it closed above here. So structure was still respected, and then we had a change of character. So now I just waited to see if we mitigate, and this was just taken on the 1 minute time frame. So price came down, and I think this is where some of my entries were around this area. I had 4 entries, 10 lots in total, so not a big amount, but I entered multiple positions in this area because I wasn't paying attention on the second time frame to refine my stop loss. As I said, it was just scalp, so I had big confidence in it, so I just entered. I basically just wanted to get the recording of a live trade, something that doesn't really mess with my head and puts pressure on me, because it wasn't a big amount, it was a small risk, and my profit somewhere around that high, so 13 pips. I think average was 15 pips, something like that. Yeah, so I had multiple entries, and my worst entry was at 830, and my stop loss was actually below this low, just to cover everything, because I just said record and then left the charts. I left the MetaTrader and came back later to check. Risk reward is not a good, it's a 1.16, but as I said, it was just a scalp trade. I couldn't watch the seconds to get a better entry, because there were better entries. You see there, this range right here, that was a better entry, and that stop loss would have been 1.7 pips. But because I was still having my swing positions, and I also was waiting for GU to catch this trade I'm gonna show you later, and another trade here, I was kind of having my full risk on my other accounts on, so I closed it so I can pay attention to GBP USD to try to catch it because it looked way better. Doesn't matter, $1,000, it's $1,000. That's a monthly salary made in 10 minutes, so I'm not complaining. Price did play out a bit there and then touched it, and here is where I closed my positions, and I still had a runner on this account because previously I had all my accounts connected, but then I basically have different settings, so still have like one lot running from that that I actually closed, as I do have payout on that account. So yeah, 1k a day, good. It's not the best, but I closed it, and then as you can see it came down, back down. So the reason I actually took profits there was, first of all, the time was not right yet. Through New York coupon was still 30 minutes away, so I knew price was gonna come down again and play around. So I wanted to go ahead on GU and catch that, and this was a better, way better. I do recommend on funded companies, funded accounts. If you have multiple ones, keep them separate. I tried both ways. I tried having all of them connected, but it is way harder mentally because you need to have the same strategy on all of them. So that's why now I have them split. So I have one account, actually two accounts on swing trading that take bigger trades. I swing them like 1-2 trades a month. Then I have intraday account that I take intraday trades that I do let them run for more, and I also use a bigger. And then I have a scalp account that I just play around testing things, just going for 10-15 pips on pairs every day, making 1-2k a day, so as you know. So overall $1,000 profit. The recording is gonna be at the end of the video, so I have my MetaTrader 5 recorded, the live account, how I think from the moment I entered the trades all the way from taking. So that was really nice. And look at this trade. There were multiple entries, but again I couldn't take them because I was having all my risk on GU. But this trade did play out beautiful to my target, which is 0.995. And if you go forward, you can see how it broke structure, and then at New York, then it exploded to the upside. But I did catch this trade on my swing account. I had my entry somewhere around this area, 0.9895, and I did close it. I'm gonna put a screenshot on the left right now. But I did have this entry on my swing account that I actually closed, was around 0.9895, which closed for around 40 to 50 pips, which is really nice. And that's about it. So nothing too major there. EU did move nice. Unfortunately I didn't catch the whole move on that scalp trade, but I had to close it. So stay until the end if you want to see that, and let's go over to GU. So if we take a look at GBP USD, and let me go over on Telegram actually. So here on the left I have the Telegram channel that I recently started. The link is gonna be in the description to join. I think you're gonna get valuable information from this. I actually started. So yesterday I said I will be looking for longs on EURUSD. Tomorrow at London session and New York session, we should see 1.0 hit, which is not far away. It's like 50 pips away. So I will be waiting for a pullback tomorrow to continue that push. EURUSD buy that I took London session, so took profits there and then re-entered on my swing account. That was a breakdown, and then here is GBP USD. So I said the potential buy from this area, however I want to New York open. So if you go down on GU, this was around this point, yeah, this point here I think. No, was this area where price was expecting to go higher, and then we also had the extreme and the second scenario which actually happened, which was for GU to get 1.14119 level, gets taken out and then reverses. So that's that ended up happening. But first trade was buy from the extreme, which was this area right here. So there was a 1 minute charge and then some 5-second confirmation, and the trade went almost to my take profit, was 35 pips. I actually did secure some profits and then got stopped out even, and then I re-entered. So this is what happened. Did the second scenario, took out the level and then reversed. So that's why I said that level was really important, because it was the monthly and daily low and weekly. So what GU usually does is take out those monthlies or daily lows for that macro trading perspective. So and then reverses and basically design target, which is gonna be 1 point. So the entry right here was again taken on the 5-second time frame to catch it, but look at the entry or here, same entry, 1.140, and that was a really nice trade, 73.5 pips. That's where I basically closed my whole trade, and then it's gonna probably continue, but I made my profit. So that was a 1 to 21.4 risk reward. I did get stopped out like one time, I think, because I entered too early, but basically the re-entry could have been here. After, you can see on the 5 minute, we did have that nice recovery, while also respect that low. So we didn't have a breakout structure on the 5 minute or the 10 minute in that area. So that can only mean one thing: the price wants to head up, especially since order flow was really bullish. So it did come into that 1 minute order block basically. So that could have been another entry. Take it there, here, stop covering that low. 8 pips, kind of big, 2.5. That's just the advantage of trading the seconds time frame. And take profit was around 6 that area right there, which did end up being 1 to 5.48. So that wasn't too bad actually to enter there. That was actually a nice, but yeah, basically if you go down the 5 second, we can see some nation here. This was my riskier entry. I was just basically entering. So yeah, that was the GU trade. If you want to see more like this, just join the Telegram channel. It's completely free. I'm gonna launch a paid membership as well, where I will basically give signals, but this was just something to give out for free of what you can expect also in the premium channel. So trade ideas like this, trade setups, potential buy area. If you know some basic trading, you can cash these trades. And this was a 53 pip trade, which is gonna go for 70 or more, even 100 pip. So that is what you can expect from my channel. If you guys know me, this is what I do. So that was a really nice trade on GU, also EU scalp trade. So saying that, thanks for watching and stay out until the end, because I'm gonna throw up the recording head up, of course, where it's basically the 10 minutes from taking the trade all the way to closing it, making $1,000. I thought that was really cool. So enjoy watching it really quick, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and join the free Telegram group. I'll see you guys in the next one.